Wow, what's good, listen? It's
Cece.
Pranks. And friends, we got a good one for you guys today. Today we have another guy, first time coming to the channel. Shout out to him. This guy, he does a lot of motivational speaking type stuff on YouTube. He made this one. It's called Why We Go to School or something like that. Why we go to school or what school or something like that of that effect. I don't know his name off the rip, but y'all pretty sure y'all seen him. He's all over YouTube. So let's go ahead and get directly into it. And he's supposed to be teaching us some stuff about school. So you guys said do it, so we're gonna do it. Let's get it. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we do, make sure you hit the like button,
Subscribe,
comment, and hit the bell. Please, please, please do that for us, man. Thank you guys. Let's go.
What is school for? Feel free to call me slow, but I spent 16 years going to school, and I still don't know. When I finished, I didn't know how to do my own taxes, purchase a home, or apply for a loan. I didn't know a thing about investments, building credit, or getting a job. I graduated at the top of my class, and what did I have? This fancy diploma to sit at home with my mom. But luckily, they did teach me some important skills like factoring trinomials and how mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I'm so happy I remember the Pythagorean theorem, because it helped me a lot. Okay, I'm lying. Let me stop. Because all the stuff they taught me, truthfully, I forgot. Mom, remember when you would ask me, what did you learn in school today? And I would say, nothing much. I wasn't being modest. The truth about it, Mom, is I had already forgotten. And it's not just me. Millions of students sing the same song. How many of you guys avoid eye contact with the teacher to try not to get caught upon? Afraid to raise your hand for fear of being wrong, which proves that school isn't an environment for learning or building up.
I just told my little nephew this a couple of weeks ago. That's why I know he don't hold his hand, or he act a fool in class to become a class clown because he doesn't want to answer it, because he doesn't want to get the answer wrong and get made fun of. Right.
Because he don't know the answer.
I used to be the same way in school, so yeah, that's tough.
How many of you guys avoid eye contact with the teacher to try not to get caught upon? Afraid to raise your hand for fear of being wrong, which proves that school isn't an environment for learning or building up the intellect? It's just a game you play for grades and how many A's you can collect. But I guess what do you expect when the most commonly asked question in class is this gonna be on the test?
Most of the times, the teachers don't know the answers. They give
Yeah.
us questions, but they don't be knowing the answer.
Yeah, you're right. Right, they had a teacher who, quite frankly, that's crazy. That happened. That a teacher that was in Louisiana, in New Orleans. She was a teacher for over 30 years. Come to find out, she couldn't even read. She was faking it. She was listening to recordings. She would record her sermon the night before, because you know every teacher have that big ass book, and I don't know if y'all know what that book is. That's the book with all the answers. That's what she's doing. The answer books. It's a teacher book, but it have all the answers to whatever question it is. She would listen to her sermon in her ear, and she would have somebody read it to her and listen to it in her ear. And the little thing is, and she got away with that, saying that it was an earring aid for 30-some years. And it was actually a microphone letting her hear what was saying. And that's how she went through 30 years of faking how to read. She was teaching thousands of kids a year, thousands, and could not read. So that shit crazy.
Is this gonna be on the test? See, if school put learning instead of testing and memorizing as the top standard, then the letter F would not stand for failure. It would stand for find another answer. And if school was really interested in our personal and academic success, students would wake up later, have more freedom, and homework a lot less. And that's not my opinion. This conclusion has been scientifically tested and proven. And any teacher that doesn't believe me, feel free to check my works cited page to inspect. Oh, and I did it in MLA format because I know that's all you will accept. See, students would get more benefit from an extra hour of sleep than putting them through the torture of an extra essay, reading 150 pages, doing problems 1 through 60 on the worksheet, and having 3 projects due by the end of the week. Not only is it pointless pain, but it's also dim-witted, because we get so much work, but they don't teach the time management skills to deal with it. See, in school, we are controlled by bells. We have to learn in rooms with the feng shui of a prison cell. We have to ask permission to relieve bodily functions, but not before the teacher asks a million questions like, why didn't you go before class? I'm sorry, my bladder is kind of on its own schedule and it's not always timely. See, teachers always say, use your time wisely. But that never made sense to me. Because these 6 cruel hours of our lives we call school might literally be the worst use of time management ever in history. Think about it, the traditional teaching method is foolish. No, it's useless, multiplied by the square root of stupid. What they do is they cram information in your head, force feeding you, and then you throw it up on the test. That's not education, that's bulimia. And the more bulimic you are, the better you will do on their assessments. So it's no wonder why so many students graduate mentally and emotionally anorexic. See, school teaches you how to memorize dots. True education should teach you how to connect them. True education teaches you how to catch a fish. School teaches you, yeah, you caught the fish, but you didn't show your work, so it doesn't count. Throw it back. I'm just asking, what is school for? It's not education, that's just not true. If you still think that, you might be sniffing glue. See, the word education comes from the Latin root educe, meaning bring out, i.e. bring the gifts out of a person and make them viable. But school doesn't bring out much, it just stuffs more facts inside of you. Now some of that stuff is justifiable. We need reading, writing, and some arithmetic, that's fair. But are you telling me metamorphic and igneous rocks are more important than self-care? If suicide is the 3rd leading cause of death of ages 10 to 24, and Harvard studies suggest the biggest predictor for success is self-control and emotional health, then why the heck aren't we taught how to handle stress, bullies, or rejection? How about anxiety or depression? You know, skills we need for our entire lives. Bro, I don't even know how to cook. I'm honestly surprised I'm still alive. But hey, at least I can name.
I don't even know how to cook though. Facts. You know how many people to this day, you know, I'm not ashamed of it. I have people that's in my life that can't cook. And I have people in my life that like really like older that can't cook to this day. Right. You know? And I would be one of those people if I wasn't a person that wanted to see what my mom was doing every time she would be cooking. I wanted to sit there and see what she was doing and pay attention. You know. Some of my siblings can't cook. That shit crazy. That's tough.
How about anxiety or depression? You know, skills we need for our entire lives. Bro, I don't even know how to cook. I'm honestly surprised I'm still alive. But hey, at least I can name all the
They should have taught us how to manage money better.
Mm-hmm.
They could have taught us all that.
How about anxiety or depression? You know, skills we need for our entire lives. Bro, I don't even know how to cook. I'm honestly surprised I'm still alive. But hey, at least I can name all the battles that happened in the Civil War. Seriously, what is school for? Some say you need it to be successful, and that's something we do not doubt. But do you own a MacBook or iPhone? Did you know they both were created by a dropout? Are you?
Facts. Facts. A Mac and an iPhone, one of the biggest high tech phones up to date, was made by a dropout. He's a dropout. The guy who owns Apple, he was a dropout. Dropped out of high school. Crazy. And Apple is everywhere.
Watching this video on Facebook or YouTube, doesn't matter which you choose, they both were created by dropouts. Ever use Snapchat?
Wow. All those sites were all made by dropouts. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Shopped at Whole Foods? Well, thank a dropout. Does your home furniture come from IKEA? Okay, don't get the wrong idea. He was not a dropout. Don't be a fool. I mean, how could he drop out? Ingvar Kamprad, founder of IKEA, never even went to school. I know what you're thinking. He's just picking and choosing. There's millions who didn't go to school that aren't successful. Who is he fooling? And you're right. But open your history books and start perusing. You'll find the very people we idolize in school never really had formal and/or secondary schooling. I'm talking George Washington, Abe Lincoln. America's best presidents had zero school between them. Ben Franklin, Thomas Edison, shall I proceed? Ernest Hemingway, Mark Twain, Teddy Roosevelt, Margaret Mead. Now please, I'm not saying drop out, because some schools are great and many teachers are rare treasures. I'm saying that there's a difference between people who are smart and people who score better. I'm saying that your future is something that no test will ever measure. Even if that test begins in 3 letters like SAT, ACT, it's BS if they say those determine your LIFE. No, your destiny is in your hands. You must shape it to be great. So don't expect school to open doors, because it's more likely to slam them in your face. Sometimes I wonder about all the dreams lost in school and how much potential goes to waste. If it wasn't for music and YouTube, then I would have been just another lost case. Everybody watching this, please, close your eyes. Imagine a child sitting in the back of some teacher's class in some town. He never raises his hand, he fails most of his classes, but inside of him, there is a passion. And if nurtured and brought out, will lead him to discover the cure for cancer. But you see, I'm afraid that child's gift will never come out. He will never win the Nobel Prize award because in class he was ignored and his worth was judged only.
Wow, I know he about to go.
Yeah, sometimes it don't never come out because we too afraid to, get help because we think we're gonna be judged.
I know where he about to go. About to say some deep shit. Listen to what he about to say about this little kid. Yeah. It's about to hit me. Oh man, I know that.
Imagine a child sitting in the back of some teacher's class in some town. He never raises his hand, he fails most of his classes, but inside of him, there is a passion. And if nurtured and brought out, will lead him to discover the cure for cancer. But you see, I'm afraid that child's gift will never come out. He will never win the Nobel Prize award because in class he was ignored and his worth was judged only by his scores. So teachers, principals, parents, advisors, and students, I ask one more time, what is school for? Hey guys, what's up? My name is Prince EA, and I want to thank you for watching that video. And now, I just have one question left. What is school for? Don't you think it's time that we answer this question together? If you are a teacher, a parent, or a student, I urge you to check out the Innovation Playlist. What is the playlist? It is a program that any school can try for free. It's based on the best practices from educators around the world, and through its small steps, it can lead to big changes in your school. Go to innovationplaylist.org to learn more. Peace.
Real shit. Because that little boy was ignored. He didn't have any friends, and quite frankly, that little boy probably commit suicide because he don't have friends. He probably becomes the school shooter and comes to school and shoots the school up because that's another thing he should have put in this sentence, that your popularity matters as well in school, because you have the geeks, you have the smart people, you have the jocks, you have the pretty girls, you have the gotlets, you have all these different crowds of people, and people won't sit by you if they think that you're not popular. You won't have any friends if they think you a square, and that fucks with people as well. And the school is the first place that a kid becomes an adult, but a kid becomes an adult with depression. Because you got to go through school teaching you that this is this and that and that. So, man, that's really deep, bro.
Yeah.
Make sure you hit the like button,
Subscribe.
comment,
Hit the bell.
and hit the bell, man. This was really, really good and really, really, really good and really, really important for people to see. But thank you to the people who put this on the comment section, who wanted us to do this one. I really, really appreciate it. But we DeeDee, pranks, and fitness. Make sure you hit the like button,
Subscribe.
comment, and hit the bell. Let us know what you want us to do. Peace.